Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm going to do a weekly update real quick. See if we can get this done real fast here. Let's start off with the dollar. Weekly close. You got the higher lows coming into previous lows. So coming into resistance. The higher low coming into resistance on the previous lows. Let's see if we can't get it above previous highs over here. Cross at 34. Looks like it might have some momentum. But plenty of resistance on the way up. So it looks healthy. Looks like a bullish week ahead if it doesn't retrace back into support. S&P looks like a spinning top. Not a hanging man, but close. Closing below previous highs. It's got a nice little U shape off of support, so watch for a previous break at 26.56 on S&P. Looking for some kind of correction. Bitcoin's correcting, but this doesn't seem to want to correct after years and years, so I don't know what to say. Calling hyperinflation. Nice bounce off of support, little gap at the end there. See how we open. Don't see any reversal bars except for the hanging man we're waiting for. That came back through, and now it's just above the mark. Closing on Friday, just above the mark. So let's see how we open. Weekly closes a spinning top. And it's pretty much gone straight up for a while. The VIX down on its lows. Again and again and again. And for this to turn, let's see if we can't see anything on the daily for a turn. Looks like a exhaustion gap at the bottom there. Let's see how we open on this. Need some kind of reversal. I don't see anything yet. But gap at the bottom usually means a exhaustion to the downside gap. So look for a reversal on the VIX. Dow Jones, let's see how that's faring for the week. Looks like the same thing on the daily. Another spinning top. For the daily, nice bounce off of support. Had a very nice reversal bar hanging man sitting there. And so far, looks like the price came up on Friday at the close, matching the high of the reversal bar hanging man. Reversal bars have great support and resistance. So lots of resistance to break past that hanging man to keep going. We've had some sort of exhaustion coming back into support and closing right at. So I'm thinking it's got to correct somewhere, but right now it's just a spinning top on the weekly. Spinning tops are indecision days, so looks like the week turned towards indecision. NASDAQ, weekly close, looks like a very nice, sweet-looking hanging man. Bouncing off of support, though. So look for previous breaks if it wants to continue the momentum. But hanging man right there at the weekly close on the top. Pretty ominous. So another signal, also the double top on the NASDAQ on the top. So a double top, hanging man, lower high, closing the week out. So it's got to take that double top out. It certainly has to take out the hanging man. So NASDAQ looks bearish. S&P and the Dow look indecision. See if we can see if anything on Google. Google looks like a bullish piercing pattern off the bounce. closing 50% roll above. I got a 2-bar reversal on that. Look for a previous high break, 10,044, 1,045. Let's call it 1,050 for a breakout. Looking at Apple here. Let's get this Apple going. Apple held previous lows. I remember seeing a reversal bar somewhere. On the daily, it's closing lower highs. There's a hanging man here, indecision here, lower high. Apple looks bearish as it pops through, coming back in and did not close above resistance. Looks like it's trying to cover that gap as well. It looks like it did. So it looks like a bearish retrace back into resistance. So watch the ball fall over on Apple. Certainly could do anything it wants. And it has a nice bounce off of support. And it's certainly way high. Christmas is coming, I guess. Lots of sales in. Maybe the anticipation. Maybe they'll get something going on this. I am showing the lower highs and a double top on the weekly. Did bounce off of support though at that 8 coming down in. Looks bearish to me. See how we end up. Looks like the USD yen carry trade. 2-bar reversal here over the 34 back into resistance, back into support. Bullish retrace very nicely. 2-bar reversal. It looks like it's bullish again off the weekly chart. Look for a breakout at 115. Natural gas. No, Nikkei, sorry. Nikkei. I got a hanging man on Nikkei for the Friday close. Very long wicks. Got a wick here. Bouncing off the support, hanging man. So a falling star, hanging man. Plenty of support to come back in, especially all the way back into previous high breaks. Crude. Got the lower highs being put in, plus a reversal bar on the end there. Almost a doji. Looks like a hanging man mostly, but it's a small little wick up there. It came down in, closed all the way up. Nice reversal bar. Lower highs throughout. Crude may have to come back in for support. I was expecting it to break out to 70. Nice recovery too. Watch for the break at 64. Onwards and upwards to 70, the next resistance line. Natural gas has not picked up the pace. I thought it was going to break out. Has not. It's closing down in. Now we're showing a flat bottom. Do not like the flat bottoms across that 34. And if it breaks that flat bottom, we'll be in no man's land for a little while until it gets in previous breaks. 30 cents or so. We got a little bit previous low over here, 250. This thing to break out, but nothing. A big nothing burger. So watch for a reversal back above resistance over and above 3. If it gets above 3, maybe we can build it back across 320 for a breakout again. But it just fell over. So we need to recover really fast. Gold, kind of disappointed. 2-bar reversal off the break across the 1300 mark. Very nice. Came into support, did not hold. Now the upward trend line is breaking down. It might have to take a leg into way back where we started. I got previous low breaks at 1210. And maybe a double bottom over here at 1145. This needs a reverse right away, or it's going to be momentum as usual, downwards into support. Gather its legs and try again. That's a weekly close. Monthly so far still has plenty of room to come back into support on that 34. And it looks like it's going to do it. So the 34 is in and around 1220. Previous lows on the weekly. See if we hold. It just crashed it, you know. The fix is in. Closing below the trend line there. See if we can't get a nice opposing point coming in and around the previous low mark. Bouncing right off the 34 on the monthly. Silver, another disappointment. That right shoulder is always the one that gets you. So they're swinging this thing down really hard and fast. We need a reversal. I got the wicks for support. Looks like we're opening up. It's got a double back, but it's that old right shoulder sling back. So they pull it hard and fast as far as they can, shake out all the longs, and then let it rip. Hopefully that's what they're doing. It's on a thread for previous lows. If that breaks down, it's going to be a while before we pick up our legs and try again. We do have a double bottom chance at 14.25 or so. But let's not make a double. Let's not make a flat bottom. Let's get some kind of a higher low. Keep momentum. I need a reversal. Maybe I'll double bottom up there. That being said, on gold and silver, looks like silver is the best buy it's been in a while. Watch for a breakout. This is the best buy on silver it's been in a very long time. 83 ounces. Almost 84 ounces per 1 ounce of gold. Right now we're at 78. So silver is a great buy. Keep on stacking. Copper. I got a top on copper. Breaking down support lines, a double top on the end. I had a falling star, double top, lower high. Broke down. Watch for the retrace back into resistance as the ball starts to roll over. Got that trend line to hold it up. Let's see if we can't get a bounce off of it. It's a weekly close. So let's stay in that pattern. Miners got knocked back as well. Let's see if we got some kind of a close on Friday. No, nothing. Watch for the flat bottoms. 21 and down. Could come all the way back in. Hate to see it. But those flat bottoms are across the 34. The flat bottom breaks are always tremendous. So once the breakdown across the 34 gathers its legs and tries again. So it looks like we got to do a lot of work again. All the work again across 34, and then they just bam, slam. Look at the reversal bar on the daily. Just GX, flat bottom break. Reversal bar. Confirmation. Just slammed it. There's a nice falling star. Into resistance, closing a falling star. If it would have continued onwards and upward, because that is a nice inverted hammer off of support. But once it broke down, the flat bottom turned into a falling star, and then patterns fail. Once patterns fail, it gets really, really volatile on the downside or upside, whatever pattern's failing. That doesn't look good. Watch for the retrace this week. I got a 3-bar reversal working so far. 3-bar reversal working. GDXJ. Take care of all my lines. Watch for those flat bottoms. Could get nasty out there. I need a reversal. Nugget. Same thing. See the breakdown. Once it breaks down, it takes a while to get it recovered. So far, I got a little bit of support, not much. I broke down the trend line there. So let's see if we can't hold that. We need a double back. It's nasty. Doesn't look good at all. Something has to come in the market to recover this thing. Or it's just going to fall over. JNUG, I can hardly ever get a long-term chart on it, but look, you can see the breakdown on JNUG. Just horrible. Look for the double back. It's way oversold. So it's got to happen. But again, if it breaks down, it could stay oversold for a very long time. So watch for the reversal and watch for relative strength coming out of oversold. It could stay oversold for a very long time. AG. Oh, there's my lines. I got a higher low so far. Watch for the breakdown. Could happen. Follow everything else. The higher low looks good. Make sure we get back above resistance, the 813 into the 34. Maybe a crack the whip across the 34. Little head fake. Not much of a reversal bar on the close. Hecla mining, no reversal yet. If anyone's interested, it could just fall all the way back in. I think we talked about this. There's the measured move, all the way to 230. Looks like it's headed that way. Nikkei still needed to get above 2. Looks like it hit 2 and backed off pretty hard. Bouncing off of support one more time. I am showing a double bottom on that pullback, but this is pretty ominous. Falling star. So if it has to come back into support, let it. Don't fight it. Looks like momentum's going to carry into support somewhere. Right now, all I'm showing is a double bottom at 184. Steel should be pumping. There it is. Cross resistance. Remember the breakdown? Slow and methodical all the way up, and then bam, right through resistance. Previous lows. So now we got support. I like that little inverted hammer over the support line. I think we talked about this over and over and over again. Do not neglect the inverted hammer over support. It's good. Maybe watch for a bullish retrace back into support, gather its legs, and keep on going. Looks like cliffs. I got a higher low. Just trying to get over that resistance 34. It's getting close. But the last time it tried, it got rejected. I got a 2-bar reversal on the weekly. So it's a higher low, 2-bar reversal. Let's see what happens. If it breaks previous lows, watch out below. Otherwise, we got higher lows into resistance. So it's just a knockback, then the pop. See if we can't build this thing up. Uranium was kicking on Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember what day it was. So here we go. It's building. Nice hammer over support. 2-bar reversal over into resistance, back into support hammer. Looks like it gathered its legs one more time, broke that hammer, and it looks like it's going to continue. Nice hammer over support. That's a little bit, it's much more powerful than an inverted hammer over support. Hammers are always more powerful signals. So nice hammer, almost a doji. Rather nice. Very high and tight. Very nice. Another uranium over the 34, back into support, broke previous highs. Watch for the trend line break. Looks like momentum is going to carry, confirming that whole bottom pattern. Could come down into support. Good. Nice bottom pattern if that completes. A little smaller uranium, but there's a nice inverted hammer over support. Higher lows. Higher lows, building. Getting knocked back. I would say that a break, this nice and high and tight little hammer right there would be a nice little breakout. So anything over $1. Use $1 as your support if it crosses. It's at support now, though. Nice inverted hammer over support on this one. So you got you broke the 34. Nice hammer here. Broke that hammer. A little topsy-turvy. Hammer here. Inverted hammer here over support. Let it come down in if it needs to. Got away from its averages. Whenever it gets so far away from its averages, usually the rubber bands pulled too far apart, and it kind of pulls back in. Go sideways for the week, that'll be awesome. If it takes out that inverted hammer, watch out. Might break previous highs. Yep. A little silver on the end here. Watch for the double bottom. Also, if it doesn't hold support, watch for the flat bottom breaks. It's way low. If that breaks, it'll be in no man's land, and I wouldn't have any idea where it's going. It's in no man's land. Charting new territory on the downside. Watch for the 2-bar reversal. It's way oversold. It's got a triple bottom now. We got one bottom here, 2-bar reversal here, over the 34, back into support, closing above support line. So make sure we hold support. Yeah. I got a nice reversal on there. So this is a blockchain. We'll move into the blockchain equities here. That's a 2-bar reversal. Let it gather its legs and try again. It just ran way too hard and fast. 2-bar reversal. I would watch out below on this one. I got support at $1. I got tiny support at that hammer top. But that 2-bar reversal looks like needs to breathe for a while. Maybe come down into support and then one of those lower highs, and then coming back in, and then pattern. We need to let this thing breathe a little bit, come down into support, gather its legs, make a pattern, and then watch for the pattern break. This is a weekly chart, so it could take a few weeks, up to 6 weeks, I guess. Make those patterns work. HitBTC, I guess this is the, you can put these on your 401ks, I guess. This keeps track of the Bitcoin. Nice gap. Not much of a reversal bar on the close there. It looks like maybe even an accumulation pattern forming. Too early to say. Watch for the gap to fill. Riot on the close to another early issue. See how hard and fast it ran. I would stay away from this unless you can find some better support. I do have a higher low on the daily. Too early to say. Looks like a reversal bar hammer, or a reversal bar hammer if it goes above. But that might be a hanging man. Let it come back in. I got support and see how far away it is from its averages. I'm thinking it might come in a little bit more. Once they run hard and fast like that, it takes a while for them to gather the legs and try again. High blockchain. It's hugging support. I'm gonna say the same thing. It ran too hard and fast. It's gonna come down. Back and forth into support somewhere. 360 blockchain, same thing. Too early to say. Watch for the previous high breaks at 25. Could get a nice little runner out of this. Hasn't run too hard yet. This one closing below the 8 again. Nice falling star right below the 8. So watch this thing to, it needs to consolidate. It's below support. You can get back across $2, $2.12 or so. Watch for the previous high breaks. Use that as your support. I got previous highs over here at $2. Use 2 as your support on the way up. Got a lot of work to do. It's got a flat bottom here. It looks like it wants to come back in. Looks like WAC, another blockchain converter for the equities. Look at the previous low breaks on the weekly chart. I would say watch out. This might be a nice mover next week. WAC came into resistance pretty hard and fast on the weekly chart, but watch for the previous high breaks, especially across the dollar. Get a nice runner up into previous lows and 50% rule. So could be a 100% run. I'm guessing either 50% resistance or previous lows. So somewhere around 2 and above. Use 2 as your support if it wants to keep running. Let's look at one of the charts here. Coinbase, that looks good. Coinbase, there's a chart that ran up to 20, a little exhaustion move. Right now on the 60-minute chart, looks like it wants to break out across 1550. But it's been acting pretty nice. It's still bullish. People are still getting into this thing. Plus the futures market is futures market's putting out an issue for, I think the contracts are worth $10,000 a piece, so it's pretty much exclusive to Wall Street. So each contract's 10,000. I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of. I haven't seen it yet. It's supposed to be live today, but since it's the first day, I doubt it's doing much. Bitcoin's trying to break out at 1550. If that works, it's 1520 on Poloniex. Too hard to say. My best guess is the Wall Street criminals are trying to naked short this thing. But I don't see how they can do that when it's a derivative. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know their ploy. I don't. They say that they want make it easy for everyone to buy it, sell it. You know, the normal person on the regular exchanges. But we'll see how it turns out. I think their main objective is to tank it. I mean, it already costs too much to exchange Bitcoin. You can't use it for business too much because the fees are too high. It's very slow. There was one time a couple weeks ago I did a transfer in Bitcoin from exchanges. It took about 14 hours. So it's gotten clunky. I'm not sure the plans of the core people handling this thing, but pretty sure Wall Street and their nefarious activities want to short this thing and obliterate it. So we'll see how they fare. A lot of people don't think that it's going to be manageable for the Wall Street to handle a decentralized blockchain. Let's take a look at BCH, which is a nice alternative. It's at close to 1,400 bucks. I got higher lows. Make sure we hold support on the way up. So a nice little support line. And watch for previous high breaks. This thing could get going. This thing ran up hard. And so far it's handling, going sideways, consolidating. Bitcoin Gold, I don't think anyone's touched this yet. I think it has a lot of possibilities. That's a weekly chart. New issue. Off the forks. Watch for the previous high breaks. Into previous lows. Looks good. I would say that's a great buy. Make sure support holds always. Don't be mad at me when you don't have support and you're buying these things. Looks like Bitcoin's getting closer and closer and closer too for a breakout. Looks like Litecoin just broke out on the daily. On the bottom, nice little hammer on a 60-minute chart. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, this is the USD. So nice breakout for Litecoin. Everyone's talking about this. I traded some coin from exchange to exchange. Took about 30 minutes. And it was cheap. So another alternative. Dash. But you can see on Litecoin, it ran pretty hard and fast per the dollar. And looks like per Bitcoin, it looks like it might break out on the 60-minute chart. I had a 2-bar reversal on Dash. That ran really hard and fast. That nice little pattern there. So maybe sideways action. Ran away from its averages. So maybe let it come back in. That's a 2-bar reversal. Not perfect. Had a little bounce. Make sure anything below previous high 650. Watch out below. Let it gather its legs. EOS is my favorite. Ran the $5 previous highs and got knocked back. And right now on Bitfinex, it's in and around, it looks like the 60-minute is building. Again, we're waiting for Bitcoin to either break out. If Bitcoin breaks out, all these will be knocked back again. And it sucks when it does that. Waiting for the time when Bitcoin carries all these cryptos up with it. It's going to be the day. We all make a ton of money. Ethereum broke out. Looks like it's coming back into support. Nice little pattern. When that breaks out, watch out. Looks good. Nice little pattern break. Outside the pattern, back into support. Doing its thing. Here's the Bitfinex for EOS. Let me see if we can't get this 60-minute chart working. There we go. The breakout came back again. Bitcoin took off here. I'm going sideways here. Nice little hammer forming. Again, on that Litecoin, has a nice little hammer forming too. So it's knocking out the bottom. Something's gearing up. But again, if Bitcoin breaks out, watch for the cryptos to fall back. Here's the Banker coin off a double bottom, 2-bar reversal. Looks good off the hourly. SBD, this thing has been running. Look how something's accumulating on this thing. It's going to run. It's every day. Look at the inverted hammer here. Bam. That's so beautiful. I love trading these little cryptos. Litecoin per BTC Coinbase. No hammer showing there. Where's my hammer at? See it on my other screen. Let me just pull it over. Nice little hammer on, I think this is Polynex. So it confirmed that hammer. Nice little sweet little hammer off the bottom. Easy deasy. I got higher lows on Coinbase. It's another thing about these exchanges. Everyone has a just slightly different chart. Pisses me off, but it's the way it is for now. For the pattern break outside there. And Zcash. And I'm a fan of Zcash. 2-bar reversal here. Nice little hammer. 2-bar reversal, hammer into resistance, back into support. I got a falling star here, so watch out below if it breaks. But right now I'm showing 2-bar reversal. And that is it. Let's see how we're faring on silver. Went negative. Building on the hourly, that's nice. And nice little pinch working on gold. I'm thinking we can get a nice little bounce out of this thing. But that's it for now. I appreciate you guys coming in. Catch me in the mornings. And I'm going to go trade some cryptos for this tonight, because it looks like Bitcoin is steaming hot. I'll see you guys.